Good morning and good afternoon to everyone, and especially to those in Kazakhstan. And a very warm welcome to today's British-Kazakh Society webinar, which is being held as part of Tech and Innovation Bridge Group. We are delighted to have you with us because we're exploring a very interesting subject today, building digital nations, Kazakhstan's lessons in secure government innovation. Please note that we have a simultaneous translation into Russian, and you can choose your language in your bottom right corner of your menu, so you can hear it in Russian. My name is Mira Abdrakhmanova. I'm one of the directors at the British-Kazakh Society, and today I am joined by Libero Raspa, a managing director of Adesso, which is a leading German-founded IT consultancy firm, but he's based in the UK. Libero is not only our esteemed British-Kazakh Society member, he's also an active contributor and driver of our Tech and Innovation Bridge Group within the British-Kazakh Society. Libero will introduce our speakers later on, as he will be moderating this session. For those joining us for the first time today, I would like to say that British-Kazakh Society Tech and Innovation Bridge Group is a special interest group operating under the British-Kazakh Society umbrella, and it's dedicated to foster meaningful collaboration between Britain and Kazakhstan, connect business leaders, innovators, and investors from both countries in order to drive technological advancement and to unlock cross-border opportunities. We will be holding questions and answers session in the end of the webinar, so please feel free to drop your questions in the Q&A box, and we will try to address as many as possible at the end of the session. Now I will hand over to Libero. Libero, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mira, for the warm welcome, and welcome to everyone to our webinar, Building Digital Nations, Kazakhstan Lessons in Secure Government Innovation. I will be your moderator for today. We are all delighted to have you in this discussion on how Kazakhstan is shaping its digital ecosystem and the government sector. And this means what it means, especially for the future of its citizens and the digital transformation, what can bring in terms of advancement in the country. Today, the conversation is a great opportunity also to explore practical experiences, emerging trends, and how we can explore new avenues in the bilateral ecosystem between the UK and Kazakhstan, but also beyond, between Europe and Central Asia. I would like also to remind everyone, as Miro did, that we have the Q&A session, so please use this opportunity to ask either to each speaker, to all of them, any questions you have. Make sure we take them at the end. But let me begin with introducing you to the first speaker. Azamat Bayman is the Managing Director for Strategy and Business Development at NITEC, the national operator of Kazakhstan digital government ecosystem. Azamat brings extensive experience across project management, finance, IT, a large-scale public sector digitalization, and today we'll share insights on Kazakhstan journey in building and secure digital public services. Azamat, the floor is all yours.
Thank you so much for the introductions. My name is Azamat Bayman. I represent our National Information Technologies Organization. We're the operator of the electronic government of Kazakhstan. Let me share the presentation with you. 1 second. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes, we do. Thank you, Azamat.
Oh, perfect. Like Kazakhstan, like many other nations, faces challenges in providing equal access to government services. But I want not to start with the technology, but with the results. The international community has recognized Kazakhstan's shift from traditional bureaucracy to a digital-first nation. So we're honored to receive the first place at the World Government Summit GovTech Prize for our inclusive digital family card. And we're recognized by the Future Government Awards for our open source analytics. So, not so humbly speaking, now we're at the top of the United Nations and the World Bank rankings for the level of development of our electronic government and our digital maturity. So, here are our say milestones in digital transformation of Kazakhstan. In 2004, the first state program for the formation of electronic government was established. In 2006, we've launched our first eGov portal. In 2009, we've launched our interoperability platform. So starting from 2009, the data between the government agencies are exchanged seamlessly. In 2017, we've our first state program, Digital Kazakhstan, was approved. It is the main driver of the digitalization of the economy and public services. And now this year, we've launched our supercomputer cluster. My team is working on the Digital Kazakhstan program version 2.0, and we've just our AI law was approved just a couple of weeks ago, so congratulations to us, I guess. Yeah, and we have like big projects we want to do next year. So this is our
sorry for interrupting.
journey.
As we are synchronically translating into Russian, if you can slow down the pace a little bit so that we're able to do this. Yeah, thanks very much.
Absolutely.
Super interesting so far, by the way. Thank you.
So this is our digital transformation journey. Of course, at the base of it lays very basic registries and information systems that enables us to actually digitize the services and provide them to the citizens and businesses within the Kazakhstan. So the journey started in 2004. Our organization is 25 years old. So we was established in the year 2000. Now we're already at the top of the pyramid. We are actively implementing AI and big data solutions in our governance and digital public services. Of course, in the era of mobile, we are 100% focused on inclusiveness, on provision of the services to citizens wherever they are. So we've launched our super app in the year 2017 and our app for businesses in the this year. So we're already out of 2 million registered small and medium enterprises. More than 300,000 are already actively using it. So the impact is obvious. 80% of economically active population of Kazakhstan users either our eGov portal or our mobile application. So these systems are not just merely ways to provide the services, but actually to connect the people, to people. So even the service are done through our mobile application. 96% of all the services in Kazakhstan are digitized, and we have 11 million active users of our mobile application out of 20 million population. But the thing is, we are not expecting it to grow so fast anymore, because we connected our banks and our banks and telecom operators to provide this public services through them. So we created a solution called Smart. It's pretty unique thing. It's like a marketplace of the government services and databases through which the businesses can connect. So it's done very in a very efficient way. So the application itself now, the approval of the application takes less than a month. So we already have 6,000 integration with government services. Just as an example, 75% of the used car sale deals are done through the Kaspi Bank application. So it's done in less than 10 minutes. So we have a lot of cases. Just I'm going to showcase a couple of them. Another one is the digital mortgage. It's done through the Freedom Bank application, and also all the process takes less than a day. I think it's pretty cool. This way, we are actively working with the business, working with them partnerships, and it just makes lives of our citizens and businesses much easier because, of course, they're more used to work with the e-commerce and bank applications than working with the government. It really supports our approach on becoming a truly proactive and invisible government. We're at the top of Earth pyramid. In 2018, we created the governmental data lake, using which we collect, store, and analyze data from more than 120 state databases, and based on it, we create different data cases. Data cases. More than 90 of them were created, but our flagship thing that we did is our digital family card. So we digitized every single family in Kazakhstan and scored them using the UNDP methodology. So the data is updated on a daily basis, and it really helps us to provide state support to the households who need it the most. So we check around 100 indicators, including income, availability of resources, health, education, and so on, and rank them, and we can see what kind of families need what types of support, and we already actively implementing AI solution to that. So the system itself analyzes the status of the households, of the families, and it automatically creates a action plan for the local authorities. So every day, the mayor and even the head of the village gets a message with a list of households and families who need support and what types of support it needs. So the system understands the context. And regarding AI, we've entered the AI age from the position of strength, since we already have the data needed for that, and we have the digital public infrastructure to match. So now we've created our national AI platform. We're gonna offer the services to the businesses, to the startups, to academia. So we will provide the data sets, tools, and computational capacities to any business who needs it. So now it works like as a AI agent factory. So we already implemented 10 different AI agents for our central government structures, including the president's administration, including the prime minister office, and so on. But now soon it's gonna be open for the public. Like technically we're ready. We're just working on the methodology of how the businesses and academia can access it. Okay, let's talk more about business. We're active all over the globe. We have active projects in Southeast Asia, in Caucasus, in CIS region. We're working with the Spanish government on establishment of the first GovTech innovation hub in Madrid. We're actively working in the Middle East, and even though we are the state-owned enterprise, but outside Kazakhstan, we're working as a business. So we're actively seeking for partners with whom we can work on the very interesting projects around the world. Since we are here in Kazakhstan, we are supporting and maintaining 35 informational systems. They include basic registries and even sectoral and specific industrial solutions like electronic notary, like electronic licensing system. We even see the level of fuel live on 99% of the gas stations in Kazakhstan. So we're this way we're supporting our Ministry of Energy to predict shortages or demand for petrol in different regions, specifically before the harvesting season or before winter. So our expertise is not just wide, but it's also very, very deep. We do everything in-house. So of course we do work with the business. Everything is done in-house. Most of the stuff we do, 95% of our informational systems are based on open source solutions. So we're open to share our expertise. We're not a classical vendor doing the licensing, doing the vendor lock. Our business model is 100% of transfer technology to our clients and partners. And we are helping them with the capacity building. So they are fully they have all the tools and all the knowledge to further develop their systems themselves in the future. So we're open for any kind of collaboration. We're actively working with the World Bank, with Asian Development Bank, with United Nations, and we're already renowned as high-level experts in digital transformation. And we're not just a vendor, we're not just a solutions provider, but also we are experts in re-engineering of the business processes within the government agencies. We can help with the setting up the digital transformation strategy for the whole countries or even regions. So, and we are very flexible on the way on how we can work. We can be a technical partner, we can be a financial arm, we can do the trainings, we can do advisory consulting. So there are no strict policies on how and the way we can work with our partners. So we are open for that, and we'll be happy to do joint projects all over the globe with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Azamat, for the valuable perspective, examples what you have done, and sharing the way how you can support businesses internationally. For everyone, feel free to reach out to Azamat directly after this event, to ask him questions directly using this respective chat here. Thank you very much. And our next speaker is Danyar Shumagulov, Director of International Cooperation Investment at Astana Hub. With a background in spanning public policy, technology transfer, innovation ecosystem, Danyar has played a key role in advancing Kazakhstan tech and the startup landscape. He will discuss how innovation hub partnership and investment networks are enabling the next phase of Kazakhstan digital development. Please, over to you, Danyar.
Thank you, Libero. Libero or Libero? What is the right?
You choose. All right, thank you.
Libero is the defender in football in Italy.
Yes.
It used to be in 90s, back in 90s.
Yeah,
So
cool.
thank you for your introduction. I'm ready to present. I'm representing Astana Hub. Just a minute. Let me share the screen. Make it full mode. So, Astana Hub is the largest IT technopark in Central Asia, in Kazakhstan, of course. We've been created 7 years ago in November, in the beginning of November, November 6th. And we are occupying this territory also as NITEC does. My colleague Azamat already presented you information, and also our ministry is here, Astana International Financial Center. You see the entire complex. This is the legacy coming from Expo 2017. Energy of the future was the topic, but during the construction, government started to think how to use it properly afterwards. I mean, after the expo will be finished, and that's how the idea of IT Technopark arose. And now we are here for 7 years in a row. Here's the information about like the main statistics regarding our hub. We started from introducing zero tax regime. This is like literally zero tax regime for all our participants / residents. That was the first step to attract companies to us. But of course, we started to think how to make them stick to us. I mean, using the community and being helpful to each other. I mean, participate actively in our life. And you see the statistics up for the end of the last year, 2024. As you see, we had at that time 1,700 residents, but now it's almost 2,000 already, and quarter of them is of these companies, startups and IT companies. They should be and must be purely IT companies. The foreigners also could create the legal entity here and to register it at Astana Hub. We have this process of registering here and getting this zero tax regime. the information about total revenue collected by all these companies altogether, the export revenue, of course, and the investments raised. And you see our goals, 10,000 AI talents by 2030. Of course, we are not one and only institution to prepare these people for the Kazakhstan. I'll show you the slides later. And we are doing so. Before that, it used to be, I mean, this goal for us, 100,000 IT talents. But for the couple of years, I mean, we changed this goal for us due to AI development. 5 unicorns to be raised. A unicorn is the company evaluated for more than $1 billion US. And recently we had the first case of Hicksfield, the company, AI company from Kazakhstan, AI generating video. It's been evaluated for 1.3 US, and we have to raise 4 more for the next 4 years. And 5 billion US in terms of annual tech services and product exports by 2030. This is the final purpose for us to diversify our economy of Kazakhstan, to make the expert in IT and AI, and rather than keeping on this oil and gas field. Here's the concept, the logic of what we do actually on the market. So as you see, like 4 main pillars of our activity is to hunt for the talents in the economy, not only of our country. This is very important because we are also like looking abroad for outstanding IT specialists and people who wants to get the education in IT and AI. After that, all the tools in education that we have, I'm going to make the main focus on that. And after that, of course, the business development part. We're helping to create new startups for the individuals. And after that, we are supporting them on each and every level of the development of themselves as individuals, of course, and also the products or technologies of these startups and companies. And the main purpose, as I said, is the expert support. Expert. We need to increase it every year, and we do so. So how we do so, we are represented inside the country in Kazakhstan, in all the regions of Kazakhstan, in all the major cities of Kazakhstan. We have Astana Hub branch over there, of course, different names depending on the region. And we have also like director and managers over there, I mean, our agents at place to provide all the facilities, all the opportunities for individuals and startups at place, I mean, in their region. And of course, when we have some sort of finals, then we invite them to come to Astana, to Almaty, I mean, to major hubs in the country. And also, along with that, we are well represented in the world. I'll show you as well. Of course, we have our accounts in mass media, in Facebook, YouTube. Here's the example of YouTube channel. We are making the videos about like Kazakh tech women, let's say, or we are just putting our integration commercial about Astana Hub to famous bloggers, and they are telling about all the opportunities that we are offering for the Russian and English-speaking auditory in the world, and we're doing good. Also, we are one of the main holders of these events. Digital Bridge, probably you've heard about them as well. Digital Almaty. Digital Bridge is every year we are having them. Digital Bridge in the fall and Digital Almaty. Now it's called Digital Kazakhstan. We are going to conduct it in different cities of our country. It's usually in February. We are trying to popularize IT and AI topic through these events, and we are doing good as well, because this reach was like tremendous this year. In the beginning of October, we had like hundred thousands of guests and also a lot of speakers, celebrities and in IT and AI coming to Astana, to Kazakhstan. All the hotels were booked for that period of time. We had like startup battle. Pavel Durov came here as part of jury, Kaifuli, Peter Norvik, and all these people. I mean, and why are we doing so? Because families are coming to these events with their children, and that's how we start to popularize these topics amongst population, and they start to be interested in the field overall and thinking about IT specialist career. And that's our goal, actually, the final goal of these events. Human capital. As you remember, we have to prepare 10,000 AI talents. how we do so. Of course, AI is the part of IT sector. And as I said, we are not one and only institution to do so. Here we are bringing some statistics regarding human capital in IT for Kazakhstan, as you see. And we have like 14,000 teachers, and you see the information about ICT graduates from colleges, ICT graduates from universities, and we also part of this. And we have our own tools in preparation in education in IT and AI. Here's the information about Tekorda. I'll tell you in more detail in Kazakhstan. To Moscow. This is the next step. As I said, Digital Bridge and Digital Almaty, Digital Kazakhstan, that's the tools for us to attract the attention towards these fields. But after that, what we do with children, what we are going to do, we're starting from the beginning of next year. We've signed this agreement with To Moscow, which is the franchise coming from two Armenian citizens, and they are very successful, not only in Armenia, but in the major cities in the world, like in New York, Berlin, Istanbul. They have their branches, their schools already. And this is the schools for children for the age from 12 up to 17. And you have 11 specialties being taught in this school, and it's free of charge. It's very interesting, innovative approach of teaching, and also they not grade-based, they project-based approach towards children, and they start to get the education in IT, AI, filmmaking, programming in this school already. This is partially being educated over there. And we've signed the agreement with them, and they're going to be located on the second and third floor of International AI Center. That will be in the at the end of my presentation. I'll show you. Tomorrow School, this is the next step. After graduating from school, they're going to the universities. This is not the university in a classic way. It's Tomorrow School is franchise coming from French visionary Nicolas Sadirac. This is for grown-ups from 18 plus years old. No limits for the elder age, let's say. This is also free of charge, peer-to-peer approach. No teachers in a classic way. They have only mentors once in a month. They just tracking the progress that they are doing in different specialties in IT and AI. It's 1.5 years for general IT education, and after that, half of the year to specialize in one of the AI topics. And this could be of interest for you. If you are foreigners, you can also apply to this school. It is allowed. We already have students from the USA, from Azerbaijan, from Uzbekistan, from surrounding countries. Of course, main part from Kazakhstan of these students, but it is allowed for foreigners to apply. But you have to remember that you should stay physically here, because this is the offline courses. You'd have, if you go through the selection process, just for your information, so far we had more than 16,000 applications. We can say from all over the world, but it's mainly from Kazakhstan, of course. And they have their own site. I can share it with organizing team after the webinar. And you can also, I can just tell you, the name of it's Tomorrow School, Tomorrow School AI. You can find it in internet, and after that you'll get all the information. And currently there is the next pool registration process started in December 2nd up to January 8, 9. Please check it. And if that's of interest for you, you can apply. And you'll go through selection process, because in the beginning they have some sort of game just to qualify you. You should not have any background in IT and AI. That's the whole point. It's for beginners. But afterwards, after this school, you could be like the junior level IT and AI specialist. That's the main point. And just for your information, out of this 16,300 something people, only 300 so far have been selected for the study. They're currently studying in this school already. They will be moved to this International LMAI Center for the floors of number 4 and 5. Again, I'll show you later in this International LMAI Center. So that could be of interest for you. Please check this information. And they have flexible schedule. They have 24 24/7 access to Astana Hub currently to the first floor. And as I said, they will be moved to this International Alumni Center. Tekorda is another tool. This is the classic education in IT. We are doing so through our private IT schools, not public, the best ones in the country, in different cities of the country they are located. This is how should I say, nationwide transparent competition, because we are distributing vouchers, coupons for IT education for the half of the year in any specialty, like programming, cybersecurity, whatever you see here is the IoT, 3D design, agile, even product management, also AI courses, etc. For instance, this year we've distributed 2,607 vouchers, and every year we're trying to do like an average 3,000 of them. So far, we have 9,000 alumni already, and they are really well educated because we are keeping our eye on the quality rather than the quantity of the students. And because we are checking like their homework, their attendance rate, etc. They could be kicked out of the program anytime, but this program is only for Kazakhstani citizens. And we are preparing IT specialists for our economy, which is rational, I guess. And here's the main statistics, the average age, employment rate, because we are in contact with each of them. We are trying to help them to find a job of the junior level IT specialists afterwards. Here's the information about education of startuppers, let's say, young entrepreneurs who just created their startups. We have this startup academy, startup school. We have different sort of tools actually for the education of entrepreneurs, like no code, low code. You see, for freelancers, we have special freelance school, better career for those of them who wants to make the IT career in any IT company. In terms of products, also, we just dividing, splitting this information like differently. If he's interested more in product and in technology, he also can get the help at any level of the development of the product, like minimum viable stage, product market fit, scaling up to the external markets, US mainly. Like probably you know that US market is the half of the world market. So that's why we are aiming to this region. And we have this global outsourcer, hero training, alchemist program for many years already, 3, 4 years, some of them 5 already. We've signed one and only Technopark in Central Asia who signed this agreement with Google for startups. This is Silkway Accelerator, and we are working for Google for the entire region of Central Eurasia, let's say, because startup companies applying to us from Mongolia, from Azerbaijan, not only from 5 Central Asian countries. And here we just put some of the information of program graduates, statistics. I'm not going to read through that. What we do also. Remember, I said that we are hunting for IT specialists, outstanding IT specialists for Kazakhstan. I mean, to come to Kazakhstan, to work here, to bring their families also here, to bring their backgrounds and experience in IT, new ideas. And that's why we introduced digital nomad visa and digital nomad residency. Digital nomad visa for visa plus countries, nomad residency for visa minus countries, 2 types of countries. And it could be they can get it very fast. I mean, we have one-stop shop if they are really outstanding, because we have our own criteria for that. And we have a lot of applications from Africa currently coming to us, but we also had from Europe, from Asia, from some countries. As I said, why we're doing so, as I said, we want to diversify our community in terms of ideas. Also, they can gain our experience from us and come to their countries and to become ambassadors of Astana Hub eventually. Zero tax regime, as I said in the beginning, it's literally zero. You see the comparative table of the currently existing tax in the market. And I mean, the taxes that they are paying only 5% of dividends for non-residents only. And they must align to one of the directions of their activity here, like cloud computing, neural networks, etc., etc. Also not going to read through that. I think I can skip these parts. It's all these parts like describing how we make the hub attractive for different players, let's say for young startups, for the big companies, like we are serving as a bridge for them to bring like win-win situation for everyone. And for individuals as well, we have our own GPU servers available for young startups and entrepreneurs with discount or for free for their AI projects. Before that, I showed you the cloud services available for them. We have our Hub Space program for the office places here at Astana Hub. Overall, around 100 companies sitting here, I mean, in our buildings, but 600 of them in Astana and more than 1,000 throughout the country. I mean, because we have this extraterritorial membership at Astana Hub. We are also one of the operators of Industry 4.0, which is the program introduced by the government 20 years ago, I guess, when they tried to force subsoil users to spend 1% of their annual income for the R&D development. And they can spend it through us as an operator because we are bringing them startup solutions to be purchased for this money. And that's how we are, again, creating this win-win situation when startups getting the contract from subsoil user getting this solution for them, and they're like doing good, both of them. In terms of exports, you see the countries of main export for IT solutions and products from Kazakhstan. This is the US, Russia, Ireland, Cyprus, Great Britain, and Mexico. And you see like these that the major part, of course, in soft development, in game dev, part of that fintech, etc. Hero Training Program. This is the program signed with Tim Draper from the US. He's a visionary investor from the US. We are bringing he is reviewing 200 startups every year. We are bringing part of that. And he already invested in 2 Kazakhstani startups. We have our own Silk Road Innovation Hub in Palo Alto in the US. We have also, we are doing so with our Uzbekistani partners, IT Technopark, IT Park Uzbekistan. We are not competing with each other. We are like having this friendship and partnership for more than 1 year. We are exposing our startups like in equal manner, like 5 startups from their side, 5 from ours in any tech event that we are participating together. And Fund of Funds, this is the big venture fund with a capitalization of $1 billion US. This is the investment to small venture funds in our region, like 30% of that would go to them and 70 to the world venture funds. I mean, we are like playing through these players on the market. They will make the decisions, but we kind of invest into them and getting our part out of that. Also, we have our small venture arm when we directly founding our own startups in our community, showing them trusts. I mean, bringing them hope that they could achieve to the next level of investment. And we have our own portfolio, of course, and we hope to get some money out of that as well as investors. Here's how it looks like. I mean, the entire ecosystem in IT in Kazakhstan. You see all like together. We are very close geographically even. We're sitting not far from Azamat, Nitek. You see Astana Hub in the middle, in the center. And we have our digital ministry, IT university. And this building, this spherical building in the center, this is the International LMAI Center. Also, we have our own co-living space for 100 bedrooms. We are partnering with the hotels around. And I'm going to tell you like briefly about the International LMAI Center. And this is the spherical building. It's very huge. I mean, I guess one of the biggest in the world, if not the most, like the biggest one. And the entire concept is first floor would be dedicated to public area. People could come there, as I said, with their families, with kids, and buy the tickets, like very cheap, and to see all the exponents in AI topic only, to start to be interested in that topic. And we will have inversive tunnel over there, kids playing area, etc., etc. And as I said before, tomorrow school will be sitting on the floors 2 and 3, tomorrow school 4 and 5. 6th floor will be dedicated to AI campus. All the finalists of business incubation and acceleration program will be gathered there, I mean, for the finals. 7th floor for R&D offices of big tech companies of the world. And on the right side, you see the companies that already signed with us the agreement that they will locate their offices over there. And 8th floor for the bureaucracy, for the management committee for AI development of the ministry will be sitting there. Here's just the pictures. I will just scroll it very fast. And as I said, this is 95% ready already. And in the beginning of next year, it will be opened to the full. Just for you to have a sense what we are doing here in Kazakhstan. That's it. Join the unicorn game. Thank you for your attention. Any questions?
Brilliant, Daniel. We keep the questions for the end. I also know that you may not be able to stay longer. If not, thanks very much. If yes, then we'll have a few questions at the end. But thanks for what you have shared. Clearly, there is a lot happening at the Astana Hub. I was particularly pleased to hear your investment in human capital. Everyone talks about machines, technology, AI, but the fact you're preparing next generations, that's literally, even I believe in many others' opinion as well, amazing and strategically important. So, as a true bridge, then let me move on from our initial two speakers based in Astana. We move now to London. And we have a final speaker, Neil Dickinson. He's a regional commission manager at Microsoft, and he's joining us with his engineering background, which includes critical infrastructure across the centers, energy, and defense. And he will explore why Kazakhstan is well positioned to become a regional hub for AI infrastructure and how government agencies can harness AI to enhance public services. Neil, the floor is all yours. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Libera. Firstly, let me just say what a privilege it is to speak here with people like Azamat and Danya. Are amazing to hear the things that are being done in Kazakhstan. Especially, I come at this from a slightly different angle. I lived and worked in Kazakhstan for 7 years. I worked in TCO in Atrao and lived in Aktive with my wife and children. So I'm very, very familiar with all the amazing work that Azamat and Danya have done and their organizations have done to start the country off in such a strong space ahead of the AI revolution. And moving back to the UK only heightened that. I've been so disappointed with what has happened here in the UK comparatively to the steps forward that have been made in Central Asia. So that's where I look at this. That's my view on the AI revolution and especially Central Asia. So when I joined Microsoft a few years back, my mandate was to develop and build the infrastructure for supercomputing, AI computing here in the UK and Ireland. And what I found was that I spent the first 2 years of that challenge listening to our teams talk about the difficulties they have in finding what we call a unicorn, slightly different to Daniel's unicorn. But for us, a unicorn is a place that has sufficient land, power, resource, workforce, and connectivity to build a supercomputer physically. This is infrastructure we're talking now. I know the guys have talked a lot about online digital services and AI agents, but I'm talking about the actual hardware element of GPU deployment. So I was hearing all these proposals about where we could and where we should build these sites. And every time I was thinking, but we could do this so much better if we did it in Kazakhstan. Because for us, all we need is so readily available there. So just to look at this from a high level, we look for power, right? Power is our main driver here in the UK and Ireland. It's incredibly expensive. It's very bad for the environment. And it's very difficult to negotiate with our centralized government grid provider. Where in Kazakhstan last year, you generated 112% of your on demand. So you exported power to elsewhere. So there's already a surplus of 12% without even looking at alternatives. So you have 280 days of usable sunshine per year, which is something around 900 terawatts of energy, another 800 terawatts of energy in wind capacity, which could be utilized to fuel these places. And to Tanya's point, he will probably attest, I'm sure, that his 64 GPUs they are running in the Astana hub as a development site for startups is incredibly expensive. It's power thirsty. It is high demand, critical environment. Microsoft currently run 1.8 million of those chips with another 4,600 to be developed every week from now until the end of 2030. So power consumption connectivity is a huge challenge for the scalability of what Azamat and Daniel are trying to do. And I think to Azamat's point earlier about exporting these services successfully beyond Central Asia and into the wider world, Kazakhstan is by far the most advantaged player in that market, not only because you're already in the top 10 UN countries for developing your own systems, but because you could so easily develop the infrastructure back-end physical hardware to then start selling that space elsewhere. So just as an example, I'm working on a site here in London, which is 98 megawatts of GPU power. And we expect to sell that to our customer partners at around $700,000 per week net income. So you are currently sitting on around 920 terawatts of possibility in Kazakhstan. You could scale that up to about 700 million US dollars per week net income to the country. The opportunity there is just immense. The other thing that we look at is connectivity. So traditionally a problem in Central Asia ever since the dawn of telecommunication is that gap between what I would consider the Far East and the West. But I'm fully aware of the Caspian Bridge and the digital bridge that is currently being developed, this huge subsea fiber optic connectivity between Baku and Mangistau. And you also have a similar branch fiber between Almaty and China. So if you were somehow to develop the infrastructure to connect those 2 points, you would once again, enable what was the Silk Road. I think they're now calling it the Silk Way, and connect the East and the West in terms of digital infrastructure, which would again position you as not only the key player in the field, but geographically the middle of the field. All traffic would come through Kazakhstan. So you would be selling that traffic and selling those services as well as hosting your own services in those platforms. So it's a double win for the region. And then just one final point. I won't take too much time because I know you want to have a Q&A, but Daniel's point a few times about diversifying the workforce in Kazakhstan and helping the young people get into AI. It's amazing what you guys are doing out there. I always, because I'm a slightly older gentleman, I'm always concerned about being left behind. And I think one thing about the infrastructure revolution is that Kazakhstan has such a strong workforce already in construction, in major project development. Kazakhstan has built so many incredible things when you look at the foreign investment. I mean, I left TCO at the completion of the Future Growth Project with 75% employment being Kazakh. You wouldn't find that many skilled workers in any of the developed world in the West. They only exist in Central Asia and in the East. So for me to try and build a data center here in London, as I am now, I've imported pretty much all of our workforce from Romania and Nepal because this is the only places we can get that sort of technical capability. So what you have there is a young workforce who are learning to use the tools and the infrastructure and the apps and the government services, and an aging workforce who are capable of building the supercomputers to run it. Again, another unique position that Kazakhstan occupies in Central Asia and in the global market as well. So for me, I'm actively pushing Microsoft to go and develop land and purchase and build our next fleet of GPU superclusters in Mangistau. But I would also suggest that keep the money in house, right? If someone in Kazakhstan can do it without Microsoft coming and exporting all of the wealth, then that's a double win. I'll hand it back to you, Libero. I'm open for questions.
Neil, thanks very much for the thoughtful conversation, rich inputs. I've said this many times about how strategic the position of Kazakhstan is, not only in Central Asia, but across the continent. Literally, you have said this in way, way better words, backed up by data and insights. Amazing stuff. Thanks for that. Okay, so we'll open now the floor to questions. We have got already a couple. We'll try to answer as many as we can in the next 10 minutes or so. Let me start with the first one. The first one is for Azamat, I believe, because was sent earlier. So Timur, thanks for asking the question here. Looking ahead, what potential opportunities for collaboration do you foresee with British IT and big data companies? And are there any initial contacts or plans in this regard?
Okay, currently we do not have any British partners, but we'd love to be there. And I see like our would I have like strict business models on working with the partners? It could be joint projects that British IT company and us do like our parts in the project, or we can be vertically integrated. Like we're working with advisory companies who start with the consultancy on digital transformation, on some program documents, and we work as a vendor. Or we can be the front. We can be opening the doors, and we can bring, like, if we don't have like expertise in something and the project is very complex, we can hire the other IT companies as subcontractors. So like the way we can work, like it's open for discussion.
Thank you very much, Azamat. And as we said, anyone can reach out offline if they consider a partnership in any ways, and then this can be discussed easily. Second question we have is from Mira. Thank you for that. I think that's still for you, Azamat, and perhaps someone else, maybe Neil, can chime in with his experience across borders. How do you handle data privacy and protection? And if there is a special working relationship in place or regulation, sorry, working regulation in place in Kazakhstan?
Absolutely, we have a law on information. It's called that. It's called that. So here, the law on data protection is very strict, and we ourselves, with our data leak, we do not work with personal data. We use the depersonalized data that is encrypted with SHA 356 protocol. So we just do analyze the data and bring the results of the analytics back to the government organizations. But the thing is, like the people, you see, like if one government body already has the data about a person, so we can access it. We do not need to every time to go and to these organizations. So like it's less hassle for citizens, and citizens can block any kind of usage over their data using the eGov Super app. So anytime the public service is provided to people, we get the consent from them, like signed by the electronic digital signature, either through the portal or through the mobile application. Yeah, I hope I answered the question.
You did. Thanks very much, Azamat.
Oh, yeah, and
Yeah.
also like we just approved the AI law that also regulates the ethics of the usage of the data for AI. So.
Brilliant. Yeah. Thanks for adding this, Azamat. And Neil, a little bit of a follow-up. How do you foresee, in your opinion, I mean, I hear everywhere digital sovereignty, the fact that data will be handled differently, data centers here and there. How do you see this evolving in the next few years?
Yeah, it's a really good point. And I think what a lot of people forget when they talk about data security is that so many of the words and verbiage we use around data security come from physical, actual installed defenses. So we talk about firewalls, demilitarized zones, ring-fence data. That actually exists. So here in London, we are operating our data center. If I could show you out the window, I would. But across the road here is the GCHQ data center, which is our internal espionage agency data. So this is where all of our military data is kept, and it has a huge ring fence. It has a demilitarized zone between me and it. I can't get near it. It has firewalls where everything is shipped up and cleaned before we go in. So these are physical features which protect our data and our data sovereignty. One thing that we really do
Zamat, we
struggle
hear
with.
how you're typing.
No problem. One thing we really do struggle with in Microsoft is that we operate what's called an AZNG, so the Azure Network Gateway, and all of our data centers has an AZNG in it, and we use that to talk to all of the other data centers globally, such that someone in Kazakhstan using Instagram can access the data locally without having to port it from the US. So we have that low latency connection. But what that does open us up to is that we have to comply with Azamat's AI data laws when we operate even in Madrid, because they can access his data. So we have to be compliant with global data laws in every one of our applications, which is a really time-consuming job. I don't see that changing anytime soon, because I don't think we will ever have a unified law globally that governs data management. It would be great if we did, I would probably base it purely on the Kazakh AI law because I've read it. I've read it back to front. It's one of the better ones that I've seen. But I don't think we'll get buy-in from the global community to operate under a single unified law.
Brilliant. Thank you, Neil. Yeah, so we have time maybe for one or two more questions. Sansa, thanks for sending this over. I would like to hear Daniar on this and then perhaps Azamat as well. So, what role does smart city development play in transforming Astana's urban geography? And I believe this applies for other cities as well, but this specifically for Astana.
Just from my side, I've been before heading this office of international relations. I've been director of tech centers office. So we did this smart city project with mayor office of Astana, and we did very good last year. This year it was also continued. What we've done, we have this common acceleration program when we bring in startups with their solutions for the enhancing infrastructure of the city. And for instance, last year we had 10 projects in the final, and currently 3 of them doing good, having the contracts in different fields, like in bus transportation, one of them, one in the security of kindergartens in terms of AI protection from any violence cases, etc. Just for instance, I mean that is our input. I mean, so the startups getting real contracts in the city, and so we are improving also the life of just citizens of, let's say, of Astana, and that's the answer.
Brilliant. Yeah, thanks also for mentioning a few practical example of what you have done. Azamat, anything you would like to add to this? Azamat still, yeah? Yeah, you're on mute, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I got something like with connection, so like it's just jumped through it. Can you please repeat?
So the question is, what role does a smart city development play in transforming Astana's urban geography? Probably something you've done already or something applying to do, or yeah, your view.
Okay. We we do not do specifically smart city projects, but we are assisting our local authorities in Astana and other regions with data. So we're also like creating the, data products for them, like dashboards, data products on the social and economic activities within the cities and within the regions. So mayors now have the live fed info in their like tablets and on their computers on specific indicators that they are interested in. Of course, like it's mostly related to transportation with social services and so on, and we help them with this data-driven decision making.
Brilliant. Thanks very much for your input. So we are in time. Thanks very much. Once again, thanks for the opportunity and the privilege to be the moderator today. I look forward to see some of you in Kazakhstan between Almaty and Astana in the next 3 weeks. So look forward to my winter trip, which usually happens. And Mira, over to you for the closure. Thanks very much, everyone.
Can I ask one question? Just a second question. That's personal question to Neil. He said that he's elder than us, like very confidently. How old are you, Neil?
I am 36 years old, terrifyingly.
36?
Treat your chest, 36.
Wow.
Then you're younger, much younger than me. I'm 45, so
It's very important.
just for your information.
Younger than me too.
Okay.
Way younger than my young brother, right? So,
okay.
Mira, just add one thing. Would like to share our presentation and our portfolio with all the viewers. So can you please help us out with that? Okay.
Yes, you can send it to Alijan and he will be able to share. I just would like to thank everybody. Thank you, Libero. Thank you, our speakers, for such an insightful information presentation. And on behalf of our group and BKS entire team, I would like to thank also Alijan for helping us to hold this today's webinar, Aida helping us with translation, and to all the attendees, a big thank you for attending. And I encourage everyone to visit our website. You can see it probably on my screen as a QR code, the British-Kazakh Society website, and where you can find information about all upcoming webinars, events, and networking opportunities. We will be hosting a Kazakhstan Week in the UK in January, and we will be also hosting members' annual dinner at the House of Lords on the 22nd of January, so it's all within 1 week. Should you have any questions about today's webinar or any other question related to BKS, please do contact us. All our details on the website. We always welcome members to our society, so you can check also membership information on the website as well. And thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you and collaborating in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you for inviting us.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
Thank you so much. Libero, Neil, Mira, bye. Thank you.
Bye.